Hi guys, and welcome back to the Critically Clueless. I'm Marty, and I'm going to be bringing you a little playthrough and a little review of the Tesla Force game. Now, at the moment, this game hasn't been released. It is going to be released on August 5th, 2020. It has been developed by 10 Tons Limited and published by 10 Tons Limited. Now, it is an early access game at the moment. We are only able to play this due to the Game Fest demos that have been put out onto the Microsoft Store. And yeah, we're just going to be bringing you a few little things from different games and seeing what we get from them. So this is an RPG action indie adventure game. Now, as you can see, it's very old retro type style playthrough game. Now, the good thing I've seen with this game is as you play it, the more difficult it gets. It doesn't get any easier. There's lots of things that you can get with it. You can buy abilities, you can do research on your actual abilities and your guns. You can buy different guns as well. And the good thing about this as well is you can play this up to 4 people. And this is either online or couch co-op, which is really good, I think. Now, as I was playing this, I was recording it and talking to Monk at the same time, so I was hearing what he was doing at the same time, and he seemed to enjoy it, and so did I. So it's just a shame we didn't play it together. Now, as you can see here, we're looking at the different types of weapons that can be bought. Now, to acquire these weapons, you do have to collect these crystals. Now, the crystals are only dropped through destroying certain enemies or random enemies, I think it was. I think it was randomly generated, a scene. But the good thing is as well, the longer you stay in a level, you could just keep picking them up if you wanted to. So I'm going to read the description of what the game is based as. So it's Tesla Force is a rogue light top-down shooter featuring endless procedural gameplay with tentacle splitting action. You can play as Tesla, Creer, I can't read the name, but anyway, Lovecraft and Shelley, and blast the cosmic horror back into the galactic abyss. Now, as I've just said, you can play up to 4 characters. You can pick them as I think you progress through the game, you unlock different characters through meeting them. So within the demo, obviously, there's not much. I don't think it's obviously released the full potential of the game. You're obviously not going to be able to do the full campaign, but yeah, from what I've played, it's been very fun. It's very easy to train the enemies if there's not too many of them, and there's another thing with the game that you seem to have unlimited ammo, which is a little bit of annoyance, but with this type of game, obviously, it needs it. So the way it works is it just keeps throwing more and more enemies at you, and makes it more and more difficult. And as I said, with the difficulty level, it carries on changing throughout the game. It gets harder and harder, and if you want to go back and redo it, you can bump it up even more and make the difficulty even more of a challenge if you wanted to. I would like to see if the difficulty goes up automatically more when you have more players on the field. Obviously, I can't test that at the moment because I've not been able to have anyone else play the game with me sitting next to me. It would have been nice to have played this online with Monk, but as it's a demo, it didn't give us the ability to do so. So yeah, there's all different types of weapons on this game as well. You can have pistols, shotguns, and all different types of special ability guns that's been made as well by the characters. Haven't actually had the ability to unlock them. My favourite gun, as you can see, was the Teslaser, or Telaser, I think it's pronounced. I'm going to call it an Uzi because that's what it is. And the only reason I like this is because the rapid fire was brilliant on it. But the good thing about doing these missions as well, if you wanted to collect more of your crystals, you could potentially stay in the game and carry on killing the enemies, and they will keep dropping crystals as you go along. Now, the more you stay in that level, the harder it gets. Now, obviously, each level you pass, you end up going on to a boss fight. which is what's going to happen in a minute. Also, you get the ability to choose different perks as well. I chose a perk there that every time I collect a crystal, it gives me 2 extra health back, which was good. Now, again, with this now it's showing is the dark rituals. So again, if you wanted to make the difficulty even harder, you can set the difficulty up higher, and then you can put the dark rituals on as well to make it really difficult. And I haven't actually had the ability to do that yet, but it looks like a fun thing to do, to be totally honest. But as we go into this next level, you'll see how difficult the game gets onto a boss fight. And yeah, it was very fun. Now, at the beginning, you seem to get I'm going to call it a mech suit, because that's what it is to me. It doesn't last very long. The more you move it, the quicker it decreases. The more you use the guns, the quicker it decreases. And you have to go around the map finding parts for the tech armor to then build it again to use it again. It is a good thing to have, but it's very short-lived and, you know, it doesn't last very long. So if you're going to use it at the optimal time to actually get the game. Now, I don't know how much this game is going to be. I can't seem to find anything on the price tag of it yet. I'm assuming it won't be too much. I mean, anything over 10 quid, I'll be quite surprised. Because obviously it is an indie game. This will be... If this comes out on Game Pass, I think you'll be seeing me and Monk playing this quite a lot. As I said, it's just a very enjoyable game. It's very difficult. And so again, if you want to repeat the same missions over and over, they will never be the same as the last time you played it, which is really good. So it can never get boring in my eyes. And obviously it just gets more and more difficult, which is great. But I hope you guys enjoyed anyway. We will be, again, bringing more videos to the Game Fest demos. And hope to see you all guys again soon. Take care.